Today we're talking about writing $1 million VSL. The reason behind brands like Miami MD and Emma are doing 7 and 8 figures per month on just VSLs. And let me tell you the truth, they all follow the same formula. Because writing VSLs is an art, and most e-commerce owners think that they'll never master VSLs. But here's the good news. If I show you this formula, you'll be ahead of 99% of VSL copywriters in the e-commerce space. Over the last 18 months, I've analyzed hundreds of e-commerce VSLs. I broke them down line by line, the mechanism, the hook, everything. And I found out that every single winner follows this exact formula that I'll show you. So in this video, I'm going to break down the complete framework using Miami MD's VSL that generated multiple 7 figures. Let's dive in. All right, point 1, the hook. So your only job at the hook is to stop the scroll in 3 to 8 seconds. You need curiosity plus emotion. Also, open a loop they can't resist. So let's see Miami MD's hook. This one skin enemy is making you look older every single day, and every cream you've tried has ignored it. So see what they did? They have curiosity, one skin enemy. What is one skin enemy? They have emotion, making you look older, so you drive instant fear, and they also have an open loop that they don't reveal yet. So if you look closely at the pattern, they pair a problem with a hint of the solution. They hit emotion immediately, and then they open a loop. Here's the key. Your hook sets expectations. If you promise something shocking, the next section needs to be delivered as the shock. So that brings us to point 2, the lead. This is where you earn trust. Your job is to make the hook make sense and give them new hope. You either reveal the root cause early or you break a false belief. So what I mean? Let's look at Miami MD's example. For years, scientists believed wrinkles were just about lost collagen, but new research shows it is actually caused by a protein called progerin, the Benjamin Button protein, that literally ages your skin from the inside out. So look closely, what did they do? They broke a false belief. It's not just collagen. They revealed the root cause, which is progerin, and they gave new hope. If you fix progerin, you fix wrinkles. By the way, I don't know if I pronounce this shit progerin right, so don't judge me. So if you look closely at point 2, the lead, see that the viewer clicked because of the hook. And now you're just proving them that you are not lying. Point 3, problem mechanism. If you nail this, everything else gets easier. Your job is to name the problem, explain the problem simply, and make them feel it. So let's look at how my MMD does it in their VSL. So first, they name it. It's called progerin, the Benjamin blah 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 protein. I don't know what the fuck is this. And why does naming work? Because it makes the problem feel real. It's not on their head, it's a thing they can fix. Step 2, they explain the problem simply. First, what it is, a toxic protein in skin cells, what it means, your body can't clear it fast enough, and what it does. It breaks down collagen and creates wrinkles. And step 3 of problem mechanism, you have to make them feel the problem. So my MMD said every time you see a new wrinkle, that's progerin. Every time someone asks if you're tired, that's progerin attacking your face. So see how they make them feel the problem. They said every time someone asks if you're tired, see that's something everyone comes across. It is something relatable to them, something that they have felt pain before. So the general rule in these 3 steps is that you need to make it unique. So you need to give a new hope, believable. So you need to have simple logic in your problem agitation and emotional impact. And most VSLs skip this. They go straight to the product. And please don't do this. And point 4 is comparison to alternatives. You need to logically explain why everything they tried has failed. You're not bashing on competitors, you're just showing why all solutions don't work. So my MMD's comparison was, you've tried moisturizers, they just sit on they just sit on the surface. You've tried retinol, it irritates your skin and barely touches progerin. You've ever thought about Botox, but that's risky, expensive, and doesn't fix the root cause. And see closely what they are doing. They're building contrast authority. They seem like they're the ones who finally cracked the code. They finally figure out how to face the problem. And here's the psychology behind this. By the time you will introduce your solution, it feels inevitable. It feels like it's the only solution. It feels logical. So that leads us to point number 5, introduce the solution. When you finally introduced your solution, you are not selling the product yet. You're selling the mechanism. Let's see what my IMD again did. Age-defined lift cream firm, the first formula that neutralizes progerin using breakthrough peptide, blah, 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 blah. I can't read this. To make it simpler, you have to position your solution as a delivery vehicle for the mechanism. Always name your mechanism to make it memorable and valuable. And to make it clearer on what I mean by naming it, think about Apple. Apple does not sell just a chip on their MacBooks. They're selling the M4 Pro chip that makes your solution memorable and valuable. But at this point, the user is thinking, okay, you are saying all of that, blah, 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 but who are you? And that leads us to point 7, build credibility. So here is where you stack authority. Here is the founder story, expert endorsement, certifications, research. So my MMD in their VSL introduced a founder, which is a doctor that spent 12 years researching anti-aging peptides. They also gave more trust by saying they refined their formula twice until it was perfect. They gave social proof. 250,000 women have used this, and they gave also results. Ladies look 5 to 20 years younger. So see how they are proof stacking. They're making it so fucking believable. You can't say no. You can't say this doesn't work. And most brands skip this. They might say 200 women have used this and they got good results. No, you have to stack the proofs. You have to stack proof, please. And after you build your proof, they're now ready to hear how it works. And that leads us to point 7, the solution mechanism. So here you break down how it works. You show each component, you use that means, and you bridge that to features or benefits. So for example, my MMD said this matrix here 3000 neutralizes progerin. That means wrinkles fade in 14 days. That means you like what you see in the mirror. See how they made it sound so simple that a 5-year-old could understand it? Please note that. They also talked about the other two ingredients, argi, I don't know how to pronounce it, and ceramidets. I don't know how to pronounce this either. But if you closely look at the pattern, each ingredient gets its own attention. By the end, you don't want the cream to be sold, but you want those ingredients to be sold. This is your unique solution mechanism. This section should be educational. You are teaching them something. You are letting them know why your solution is the best. You're educating them. And now they might think again, okay, but does this work? And here you introduced your testimonials. So in point 8, testimonials, your only job is to use relatable avatars. So skepticism to results, include timelines and focused on lived outcomes. So let's look at my IMD's testimonial. I am a 54-year-old teacher and mom. I didn't think anything would work. After 21 days, my wrinkles were visibly softer. I finally felt confident without makeup. My husband couldn't stop sparring. So, in the testimonial section, you don't actually say great product. Here you show emotion. Here you show the transformation. Here you show how much this has changed their life. And then we go to point 9, which is that you show the end result. And you do that by using a benefit ladder. So, what I mean by benefit ladder? You first show the functional benefit, which my MMD said your skin will feel firmer and look smoother. Then you go to emotional benefit, which is no more avoiding mirrors or feeling invisible at parties. See how this attracts emotion. Then you go to identity. Here you show the identity end result. So my MMD said you will feel like the vibrant, confident woman you know you are. And lastly, you use imagine frames, and this is the most important part. Imagine walking into a room and having people's heads turn. Imagine your daughter saying, "Mom, you look amazing." Imagine feeling so confident that you stop hiding behind makeup. And that's how you close your end result. You close the emotional sale. You make them feel the transformation. And trust me, if you follow the emotional ladder I showed you, you can't stay poor. You can't stay poor. It's the most powerful thing I've seen in copywriting. Just follow this four-step emotional ladder. And now I will introduce you to step 10, which is address skepticism or reverse risk. Here, your only job is to handle objections, use guarantees, safety proofs, FAQs, and make it riskier not to try your product. You remove every objection, guarantee 60-day money back, safety, dermatologist tested, no harsh chemicals, and speed, results in 7 to 14 days. And lastly, you CTA with urgency. So first, you'll say something I call crossroads close. To give you the example of my MMD's VSL, they said you can close this video and watch your wrinkles get worse, or click below, try this risk-free, and finally get smooth, youthful skin. So here you address where they're currently sitting at in the crossroad close. And last, you create urgency, and my MMD said only 199 bottles reserved. Next batch won't be ready for 3 months. Women are ordering 6 bottles at a time. Then you repeat your CTA 45 times. Click below, order now, get yours today, don't wait. You might think this is too much, but trust me, they have a reason for doing this. This is so strong if you repeat your CTA a lot of times. Trust me. Alright, that's the framework, 11 points, and every winning VSL followed this. Now look, knowing the structure is one thing, but actually executing it, this is where most people fail. But if you actually, for one time, stop doom scrolling on TikTok and put your fucking brain into thinking, you can make it. But if you're stuck and you don't know how to do this yourself, I actually have a solution for you. For a limited time only, me and my team will do something completely different. We will add 10 fucking K, 10K your revenue in 60 days, or you pay nothing. Nothing. So you will have zero risk and we will win only if you win. So if that sounds interesting, click the link below to see if you are a fit. And we will walk you through on exactly how this works. Either way, whether you do this yourself or we help you do it, use this framework. It fucking works. Trust me. Alright, that's it. See you on the next one.